Well, this is new.
What in the world could this be? I see. That's going to give one heck of a collision. Now then, you two know why you're here, correct?
You wouldn't happen to know what that was earlier, would you?
Avoiding the question, are you? Can't say I blame you for being so curious. Whatever. There's no information at the moment of what the exact cause is, anyway. Enemy attack. Some kind of intelligent form from space. A lot of things to be considered. However, you two are here now for a very important reason. I'll be sending troops out to investigate the matter, and you will be acting as the main commanders. Raikato, you might not be the most skilled person here, but I respect your intellect, and that right there is why I chose you over others considered.
Are you sure it's best that I'm one of those in command? After all, I don't do well with those who irritate me, and a wench like this is a bit asking.
All right, Raikato. I recommend that you save some of that ignorance for the politicians who need it. We're not here to fight with each other, so at least try to deal with it. Understood?
Yes, my lord.
Okay then. This is the final word. Once you make it to the target, remember to analyze whether or not the situation is hostile or not. Neither of you are to act without the other's approval. And most important, do not engage in any fighting that could needlessly endanger the troops, because there will be consequences. Well, our little party has reached its end. You dogs get out there, all right? We've got work to do.
Would you look at this crater? The fireworks earlier weren't just for show, that's for sure.
I don't feel anything that seems dangerous at all. But there's something down there for sure.
Definitely. Any ideas of what it could be?
Judging from what I can sense, it's most likely a person down there. One, at most.
You mean a somebody hit the ground with enough force to cause this crater?
It's not enough to cause alarm. And they don't seem to be injured, yet they aren't moving. I think we ought to head down there. We'll keep the others up here, though.
Leave the others is right. They'll just get in the way after all. Let's do it then. Unbelievable. You were right.
What on earth caused him to come barreling out of the sky like that?
Don't ask me. Ask Blondie yourself.
He's unconscious, A collusion like that would leave him largely unresponsive.
Hey, can't say I didn't try.
Even with a landing like that, we still have to consider the unlikely that he might be an enemy and could wake up, even if the chances are slim.
Everything's settled. You're quite something, aren't you? The gig's up, so I might as well ask. How'd you react so quickly to me?
There's always been something off with you, but it was a little too obvious today. I just don't get it, though. What in the world does this guy have to do with you?
What, you want me to keep my hands off him that bad? He doesn't have anything to do with you either.
I asked you a question!
Temper. He's not my problem alone. For all I care, once he's in Lord Vinay's hands, I don't care what happens.
What did you just say?
What are you, deaf?
Working for someone like him. I hate to say it actually makes sense. You and him? Unfortunately, I'm not just gladly letting you pass.
Don't be so stubborn, alright? Now why don't you step aside before things get ugly? Geez, am I glad that's done with that body. To be honest, was total crap.
Obviously, there's only one thing to do now.
You're right. Whoa there, you must be forgetting something.
Absorbing an elemental attack is one thing, but you can't even do it against one of such high speed.
Heh. Obviously my looks weren't the only thing I masked from you, but you already knew that.
And you know what, I'm always thinking ahead.
Huddle? You little goddamn wench! Game over. What now?
How rude. You didn't even wait for me.
Lord Vinay?
Stand down, Raikato. This is my calling now.
Yes, my lord.
Well. Who do we have here?
Forgotten me? You really do have a bad memory. I never quite imagined that you would forget your most respected friend, though.
Is it really him?
Does the name Vane ring a bell? Remember, this technique is mainly defensive based. I'll need it later though, so don't lower your guard. It'd be awfully boring to just get to the point though. So, entertain me a bit. Pathetic. You're far below what you used to be on Dashi. That or you've turned into someone who enjoys having it handed to them. I hope you don't mind, but it's time your friend joins in.
Head back up there and stay with the others. I'm letting you know, this is an entirely different court right now.
Alright. But if you start getting tossed around, I won't be able to resist jumping in.
I actually wouldn't mind that much.
Look at you, all flirty like always. Shame, she even seems like your type.
Yeah? What of it? I know where to draw the line, bud. I'm not a polygamist.
Of course not. But if you went after her, I still wouldn't scream polygamy. After what happened to your wife, it'll just be a fresh start.
Hey!
Truly a unique one, aren't you? Speaking honestly, I thought that as a husband you want to know who drove the sword through your dear woman. You're putting on quite a show on Dashi. If only you had real power to back it up.
This is unbelievable. To feel such heat from this distance.
Impressive force, but not enough heat, and a bit slow as well. You acted on your thoughts, and it brought you a step closer to bettering yourself. But unfortunately, it got the best of you. All that anger only made you forget my mastery of the fire element. What a tremendous disappointment on Dashi. I expected more. A lot more. Enough. A plant cannot grow once it has already withered away. Behave yourself, my old friend. It's for the best. I see. It seems I can't proceed as planned at the moment. That technique you rode in on really screwed up this chance for us, huh?
Yeah, I guess I'd have to agree with that. If I had even the slightest idea what you were talking about.
You have no idea, do you? Well, it's best to leave it that way then. I mentioned earlier you would find out about that technique I manifested, but now that's not even feasible anymore. Now is it?
Get away from him!
You really are stubborn. What exactly do you plan to do, I ask? That's what I thought. So tell me, have you come to a conclusion? When we first met around 2 years ago, you agreed to consider joining my cause, didn't you? Here and now, what is your choice?
I'm afraid there's no chance of me siding with you. After I found out what you spent your entire life doing, it makes me sick that I even considered the thought.
Fine. If that's how it is, I won't object. However, there will be consequences. In time, they'll be dealt to you. To say the least, it's been a pleasure to see you again.
Awake already, huh? You shouldn't move too much, though. If those wounds open up again, it won't be pretty.
What is this place?
This is my home. After fighting like that for us, I felt it was best to take you in at the time.
Really? I'm sorry I had to pressure you like that.
Don't apologize. I'm just glad to help.
Could I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
What is this place? Not your house, I mean. You know.
You don't remember? Nothing at all? The way you acted earlier, I was sure you grew up here. Well, this is a major city called Cosieda. May I ask where you originally came from?
Don't know.
I see. The fight must have caused some brain trauma. Don't worry about it. If it's not much, I'll stay with you until you remember.